Welcome back to the Completely Pointless Podcast. This is episode 23, and today you got an NJ special, because last week we had a BJ special. Um, you got me, Jeremy, as well as
Your boy Nick.
boy Nick. I mean, we gotta figure out, because, me and Brandon were BJ, so me and you were NJ, and we gotta figure out what NJ stands for. I'm thinking nut job. It's like a
No,
blowjob, but solely focusing on the nuts.
fuck. What else starts with N? Because I mean, it's obviously
Nude?
going to end with job.
I mean, there's other words that start with J. It could be Jesus. I don't know. That's the
Either way,
problem. Is
BJ is
the
better. I
yeah,
don't feel like
honestly,
we could. I don't feel like we could swing NJ or JN any kind of way.
no other
It would be
way.
better.
We could do JN. It could be jubilant nudes. I don't know.
I don't. Either
Alright,
way, it's Nick and Jeremy this
Nick and
time.
Jeremy, the better of the
Because
of the three.
fuck that cuck Ginger
I
Brandon.
know he's just gonna abandon us and go see his parents.
I know, what a loser, dude. Who does that?
I know, freaking rude, man. That's fine. I should probably go see my parents more often, but
You
I
know,
have a terrible
like
child.
I think about it. Like I should go see my parents, and it's just so much work. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy.
Yeah, mine has more been more been it's more been about like gas prices, man. It takes a
Oh
lot
yeah,
to
dude.
get down to visit my parents now. Like
I mean, gas has been coming down a little
it
bit though.
has, yeah. It's like 380 around here, so it's getting low.
Damn, that
If you
must be nice. It's still like over a little over $4 here.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the 380 was as of like Thursday. On Tuesday it was like 406. So
Jesus.
I know. Well, because I bought
I mean,
gas yesterday, and when I bought it, it was 3.99, and when I drove back home after work, it was 3.86, and I was pissed. I
here over here, I just filled up,
was like, God damn it!
and now it's cheaper.
And now it's like a whole 15 cents cheaper. Gah!
I'm just fucking happy to see it going downward. I mean, the price of a barrel of oil is now under $100
Oh, is
per
it?
barrel.
That's good.
So there's zero reason it should be this expensive at all. I
Yeah.
mean, just petroleum products in general, I guess.
I
Or
mean, yeah. I don't know. Gas prices always confuse me because they don't ever really seem to like actually correlate with a whole lot.
no,
Like they're
yeah.
just kind of random.
Well, it just seems like they just set the price to whatever the fuck they
Right.
want.
Well, because someone was saying it's like, yeah, they like, obviously the corporations adjust their prices based on what they think is going to happen. So a lot of times they'll just have like an economist or something be like, hey, you know, economy's probably about to go down a bit, so we should increase or go up or whatever the fuck. So we should increase the price of gas, and then they all just increase the price of gas, and so,
Well, shit. I'm fuck. If I can put words together, I'm kind of curious if all these like big oil companies just get together and like communicate with each other on how to set their prices.
yeah. I
Because I mean,
I don't
how
know,
else?
but I would guess that they're pretty much all owned by like one company, right? Like it's like all the cell phone companies are all pretty much owned by the same one once you get up high enough. I bet that's the same case with gas price or gas companies.
Yeah, it's like Volkswagen owning fucking everything.
Yeah, because like all the cars are made in the one factory, and then they just slap a new
Hmm.
label on it.
Well, you'll have fucking parts out of a Passat in a fucking Lamborghini. Like,
Yeah.
oh, huh.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird to me how much gas price changes when it really doesn't seem like it should be that volatile.
Well,
Like they produce the same amount of oil all the time. Like it's if anything they're just increasing the consumption. And yeah, we're slowly increasing how much we use, but it's not enough to make such drastic changes.
It seems really weird though. Fuck, where was I gonna? It just like fuck. It was right there. The thought was gone now.
Oh damn.
It seems like they go based off of like world events, really.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to play a game of let's see how I how far I can utilize this information that has just, been newly released to affect my profit margins.
Right. Yeah. Like they see one news story about like a new war in the Middle East or something, and they're like, okay, well that's 15 cents on the gas price. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it seems like. It seems like they just look at fucking the news and whatever the news reports on, if it like could possibly affect gas prices,
Yeah, they
it's
just do.
going to. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just like, oh fuck yeah, we'll use
Like, all
that
right,
as an
let's
excuse to raise
go.
prices on it now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Just the economy and like inflation in general is weird because I was reading something about like uh bananas or something have like stayed pretty close to the same price for like ever. Like they haven't really changed a whole lot.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Out of
I was.
everything,
Yeah,
bananas.
I know. I could have just been misreading it or something, but it was like something about how uh, they kind of like use bananas as a standing point to like base a lot of economic stuff off of because it's like a good solid baseline.
I wonder if the well, I mean, there would have to be some rate of inflation there, right? Like,
Yeah, you would think so.
so I'm kind of curious. Maybe they use it as a way to get like a baseline for inflation because bananas are like the only thing that has actually like steadily followed a
Hmm.
direct inflation path.
Yeah, yeah, it's
So
been
we can
like they
see
they've
like,
gone up a certain percentage every single year, and
yeah,
so it's just very consistent.
maybe I don't know. I'm not a fucking
Yeah,
economist.
same. Sometimes I want to like actually like read into that shit, but I'm also like, oh, that's a lot of math. I don't want to have to deal with.
I mean, yeah, I did pretty well in economics in high school, but like
See, we never had
that was in
economics.
yeah, dude, that was in what's that? That was after I transferred to Midland,
Huh.
I think. I was in a
Man,
AP
sometimes
economics or some shit.
sometimes I think my high school was like doing some sketchy shit because I also never took like anatomy or um what was it? I like skipped some math class. I don't remember which one, but it was like somewhere between trig and uh you know like college courses.
I don't think I ever made it to trigonometry.
Really? See, I
Yeah.
did a lot of math, so because I was planning on being an engineer, and we all know how that worked out. Man, um, it's real funny because in like the trade world, with like construction and all that, all of the workers in construction have this. They all think engineers are like the dumbest motherfuckers,
Oh
and
yeah, because
it's
engineers are
yeah,
fucking
and
cocksuckers.
it's always because like they make all of our plans for us, all of our blueprints, but none
Right.
of them like have actually are certified in the code book, so none of them actually know what you need to do to pass code. So they'll put some shit on the blueprint that is just like straight up illegal, like you cannot do because of the national code. And so all the people or all the workers are like stupid ass engineers. And so when I told like all the guys I work with that I was planning on being an engineer before I started here, they were like, "Oh shit, damn it, this guy's gonna suck ass." And like I had a guy tell me one time, he's like, "Damn, you're actually a pretty good worker for an engineer." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I mean, yeah, I don't know. As a mechanic, fucking engineers can kiss my ass.
Yeah, I think it's just a different type of knowledge. Because all the engineers
Well,
I know are very smart, but a lot of them don't have very practical knowledge.
Well, I feel like right, they're very smart, but they don't think about like the person who's gonna have to deal with their choices. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, just because like going back to being an electrician, we get a lot of engineers that'll give us blueprints, and they'll be like, "All right, you're gonna run half-inch conduit for all the circuits in this building." Say, "All right, cool. We run half-inch conduits," and they're like, "All right, now pull 12 wires through that half-inch conduit." We're like, "No, what the fuck?" Like that's
Why is
not
it too
gonna
narrow?
happen. Yeah, like well, so there's like this whole calculation you have to do to determine the it's conduit fill and box fill. Like you can only have a certain amount of wires in each before it starts like overheating and all this shit going wrong. But in the code book, there is a little table that tells you like for half inch you can normally fit 12 number 12 wires in it. But it's almost impossible to pull that many wires through a half inch conduit. Like it sucks ass. If you have any kind of turns in your pipe, it's so hard. Like you have to have two or three guys on one end trying to pull it out of that pipe. So at that point, you just go up to 3/4 and it's fine. But none of the engineers understand that. So
So they're like, step one, go ahead and place half-inch conduit
yeah,
throughout the entire complex.
right.
Step two, run 12 wires through all of the conduit. And you're like, you
Yeah,
bastards.
well, it's more like because you have your all your different sheets on your schematics, and the first one is like, all right, this is where all your plugs and all this stuff is out, and you have your little legends on the side that says, for all of these, use half-inch pipe. So you go through and run half-inch pipe for everything, and then it goes, okay, now all these pipes are going to have this many circuits in it, so you have to pull 12 wires through them. And we're like, what the fuck? Well, if we know that, we would have run 3/4, so we could actually pull this shit through it.
Yep, goofy ass engineers.
I know that's so dumb. I say as a person that was planning on being an engineer.
Hey man, I mean, it takes one to know one.
True. Again, I think it's just like if you don't actually work the field, like you've never actually done the work, you just don't know that because it is in the code book that you can fit that many wires in a half-inch conduit. But in practice, you can't. Like it's just not a fun time. It's
Which
just
is
people
really,
that just never done it.
I just want to know who wrote the goddamn book then.
Firefighters.
The fucking assholes.
Yeah, it's fine.
They're
But
trying to
anyways,
make you do shit that's like fucking barely possible. It's like
yeah,
it's possible. I'm
like it
thinking
is.
I want practical, not fucking possible.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's just those small things though that it's not that it's impossible like you're saying, but it's just a lot nicer and easier on everyone if you just don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I
All
can't.
right. Well, uh now actually on to what we were going to talk about.
Yeah, after we got fucking
Before we got
sidetracked.
sidetracked. Um so we were kind of talking about it just before the podcast, but about Elon Musk's dad having two kids with his stepdaughter, which
Which
I
like,
I was looking at it, and one of them was like 3 years ago, and the other one I think was like just like she's currently pregnant.
how old is she?
She's in her 30s, I think.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, it's
different.
not like she's like
How old is
18.
he?
Dude, he's gotta be 70, right? Like 60, 70, 80, somewhere around there. He's gotta be pretty old.
I would. I mean, imagine so.
'Cause how old is Elon Musk?
He's in like his 40s or 50s.
Since?
I don't know. We have computers.
Yeah, but
Google that shit.
murdering vampires. Or I am a vampire? I don't know. But anyways, it's just so like I saw this and I was like, oh, what the fuck,
Oh damn.
scandal. But then I saw like an interview he was in. He was like, yeah, we're on this world to reproduce, so we just need to fuck. And I was like, okay, all right, old man.
So yeah, he's 76.
God
Well,
damn.
Elon is 51, and his
Yeah,
dad
his
is
dad's 76.
76.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
And they already had one kid together. Yeah. What the
So yeah.
fuck?
Well, I think because Elon has what, like two siblings, two or three siblings.
I, I I think so. I don't know. Dude, Elon Musk is a fucking weird dude.
Yeah, he is, man. I find um like the meme culture around him so funny, and I love it, and I participate in it, like the whole Daddy Elon thing, and like I love that shit. It's hilarious, but he's kind of a shitty dude.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just so weird to me how he can like take and utilize the meme culture around him, around
Yeah,
his own persona, but he's so fucking awkward.
dude. Yeah, he really
Like he's
is.
he's awkward as fuck.
I mean, because
He
he was
kind of creeps
like,
me out sometimes too.
he was, like rich kid, so Dev probably didn't really socialize a whole lot, and then he became like kind of tech bro, which is just even worse.
Yep.
So I don't understand why people are so obsessed with him.
Dude, it's all the techie nerds, all the people who are like futurists and shit.
Yeah. Well, but even like, because I know some people that are like, yeah, man, he's so smart. He invented electric cars, and I'm like, no, he bought an electric car company. That's about it.
Which is, I mean, yeah, a lot of it. He just made, I guess, intelligent purchases,
Yeah,
but I don't think he himself is that intelligent of a person.
it
Right? Like,
doesn't
I'm
seem
sure
like
he's
it.
smarter than me. Right? I'm not gonna say I'm smarter than fucking Elon Musk.
I don't know, man. I've seen nothing that proves to me that he's intelligent.
I mean, I feel like to be as successful as he is, you have to have some level of intelligence, right?
I mean, or just a limitless supply of money.
Yeah, that too.
I don't know, because it's like I was researching his life at one point because I wanted to know like what he's actually done, and it was like back in like the 90s or the 80s he like founded some banking website with a couple of other people, but the way it's like talked about is he basically was just the money of it, like he basically just funded the project, and then uh he was like quickly ousted as the CEO because everyone on the board like claimed he was incompetent and had no experience to be the CEO of a company. And then that company, because I heard someone say he was like, yeah, man, he made PayPal. It's like, no, he made X.com, which ousted him as CEO, then merged with like not Xfinity, something Finity. I don't know, some other
Um,
banking thing, and that banking thing owned PayPal. So it basically like merged his old company and PayPal together. So he literally had nothing to do with PayPal. And
isn't
then
that
he
most
bought
of his shit
SpaceX and
though?
Tesla, yeah.
Yeah, like most of the shit that he's been known for, like being successful for, is all like just shit he bought.
Yeah. Because even
He's
like
like, I've
Tesla,
supplied the
man,
money for this.
like he bought it from, or he like bought into it with the two co-founders. And
Well,
then
wasn't
basically like forced the co-founder or the founders of the company out of it. Like,
well, I thought his brother was like the founder of Tesla.
I don't think so. I think it was just two dudes.
His brother was involved with Tesla at some point. I know, like, because there was some kind of issue with it.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I looked at it, but
I think maybe his brother was like the CEO of Tesla or something, and that's why like something he was doing was like making it to where the company just ran poorly.
oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know, cuz like the part that always gets me is like he basically forced the founder of the company, like the actual guy that was the brains of it when it started, just basically like forced him out of the company, and then is now like just treating all his workers like shit, and like just doing stupid shit all the time, tweeting random garbage at Trump.
Oh my god.
Dude, that whole
The Trump
Twitter,
Elon
oh
shit is so
man,
fucking weird.
so weird. Like did you see Trump's tweet about like how he was like when Elon was in the Oval Office with him or some shit, and he was like, "Yeah, Elon wouldn't be anything if I didn't sub or pay for all of his electric cars and subsidize all of his companies. If I had asked him to get down on his knees and beg, he would have." And I'm like, "All right, dude, calm down."
You're like, what does this prove?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the goal here?
Yeah. Well, and so do you know why they hate each other now? Because I'm not too sure on it.
No fucking idea. It's just weird because they always talk about each other.
Yeah, but didn't they used to like just suck each other's dicks all the time?
Uh,
Because wasn't one of like Elon's things when he was looking to buy Twitter, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna reinstate Donald Trump or give him his Twitter account back."
Donald Trump unbanned.
Yeah,
Well, but then like he fell out of the Twitter deal. Like
yeah, he was like, "Yeah,
he's
no,
trying to bail, but it's like a $1 billion like fee or some shit to
yeah."
bail on the contract or
Well,
whatever.
because
And
he like said he was gonna buy it and offered them this deal, and it like fucked with their stock prices, and then he's like, "All right, yeah, no, actually, no, fuck you." like it's kind of funny to me because it's like he made a tweet that he was gonna buy Twitter, and so then Twitter was like, "All right, fuck yeah, let's do this," and then he's like, maybe not," and then Twitter's like, "No, please,
you already
you
fucked me.
said you were gonna do it." I don't know. I think it's
Which is
funny.
also dumb to me. Like, why the fuck is he wanting to buy Twitter just so he
Yeah, I
can?
don't know.
Oh, Twitter is no longer a platform of free speech.
It was never a platform of free
I was gonna
speech.
say, like, most fucking shit isn't like I don't know. The people always talking about America being like, freedom and shit like that. We're wage slaves just like any fucking
Yeah,
body else.
honestly. Well, and it's also like everyone's real big, like, yeah, freedom of speech. It's always been protected. You can say whatever the fuck you want. And I'm like, yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want, but if you're doing it on a private platform, aka Twitter, they can stop you from saying whatever the fuck they want.
Yep.
Like they have the freedom of speech to go, no, you can't do that. Like,
That's why it's probably best that we don't get our information from social media.
yeah, yeah, we should just not get information from anywhere. Should
That's
all
why you should never take anything we say too seriously.
Oh God, no. Yeah. If anyone ever like tries to take something we say as like fact, man, you already fucked up. Like,
All I imagine is somebody trying to sue us over some shit we said.
yeah,
Not that they would. I don't really foresee that happening, but like
I don't know, like a defamation
realistically,
case.
yeah.
Elon tries to sue us for uh, saying he's stupid or something.
You know, I would just like to go on record and say that I think Elon Musk has a fucking micro penis.
I mean, but honestly though, he does kind of seem like a dude that would have a micro penis.
I just imagine like him getting upset about hearing any of us say that and then suing us about it.
Yeah, but
But
then we
then
become
the
famous because
only
we're
thing you see for the next week is completely pointless podcast
dude.
calls out Elon
Honestly,
Musk for having
if
micro
if
penis.
we got sued by Elon Musk, it would make us famous. Like we would become famous for getting sued by Elon Musk. So that should be our new goal. Our new goal should be to offend Elon Musk.
Papa Musk, dude.
Let's just start tweeting really offensive shit at him and seeing if he agrees or anything.
At Elon Musk.
Elon.
You tossed the shit out of my salad last night.
Oh man. Just from our completely pointless Twitter account.
Man.
Dude, the sad part about that though would be his fucking, Virgin Army would try to fucking murder us, like all of his lovers.
I fucking love that. He has a virgin army. Not some like fucking pop singer, not some, super famous artist
Yep,
or actor.
just a
Fucking Elon
billionaire. Yeah.
Musk.
Do
A
you?
fucking billionaire fucking nerd who can't relate to a normal human being whatsoever. And
Yeah,
he has all these fucking like nobody simps like simping hard over him.
dude. Yeah. feels like the it's almost like a cult of personality. Like people are just so obsessed with him for like no reason. It's
And
very
you know,
funny to
like
me.
it. I also just like get fucking irritated whenever people are like way too hyped about something.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk to me and like the shit he does is kind of one of those things. Because like
Yeah.
most of the shit he does is just a PR stunt.
Dude, yeah, honestly. Like
Like
the
he does some wacky shit, posts wacky tweets, stocks go crazy,
woo to the
make billions.
moon.
Yeah.
Like I think I saw something about he was being sued for like $300 million or something, which is probably
Jesus.
nothing to him, but for market manipulation for the whole Dogecoin thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like, that's kind of funny. That's just how funny would it be if he goes broke, which he wouldn't, but if he goes broke from Dogecoin suing, like, oh
I
man,
mean,
that would be hilarious.
it would kind of be fitting.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, he really
Like all the
does.
meme shit he does, like he just does meme shit and
Yeah,
fucks
but
with the stock market.
it has so much effect on the Stark blah 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 stock market. Like how does him just tweeting, some fucking joke about Dogecoin affect the entire U.S. stock market?
I
Like
think we're
it's,
dumb.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
I think Americans are fucking stupid sometimes.
yeah. I think it's like the whole like bandwagon thing. People just really enjoy uh like being in a group of other very stupid people.
It's like the like a I don't know. It's the mainstream like people getting super hyped over this one thing whenever it's really not that good.
hmm Yeah, I do think like hype culture is really bad in the U.S.
Yeah, I
Like
think it's toxic as fuck.
yeah, like we get it's. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with cancel culture. Like I'd say they're the same thing, but on opposite sides of the spectrum. Like you see it all the time with fucking video games. People just are like, "This is gonna be the best fucking video game of all time. It's so great, all right. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna fulfill your dreams. It's gonna be the end all video game." And then it comes out and it's a good, it's an all right video game, but that's all they promised it was gonna be. And then because people were so hyped, they just flip on it. I don't know. I feel like we do that
Fucking
same shit with
this
politics.
game will make you this game will make you come in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Doesn't come in 2 seconds is extremely disappointed.
comes in 4 seconds and
No, but that's actually really real because like if you look at Fallout 76, it had a super huge hype train. I mean, every new fucking Tesla car model that comes out is fucking overhyped as shit.
yeah,
I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong, and they're powerful, but like $100,000 for a car with like panel gap issues? I don't
right,
know.
yeah. Like,
That's
cause
a tall
this
ask from me.
they're not even like super nice cars. Like they're all right cars. They have some cool little uh like features in them, some little gimmicks or whatever.
That's kind of how I see it. They're like gimmicky.
Yeah, but I don't think they're the best car ever made.
Well, because everybody's always like, "Oh, dude, look, I got a Tesla. Look, it can do tricks." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't really need my car to do tricks. I just need it to get me from A to B
Right?
reliably."
I prefer to have decent gas mileage and air conditioning, and that's really about it.
Yeah.
Like I could even do without a radio. I'll just play the music on my phone. It'd be fine.
Look, my car can dance. Okay.
Does it
It's
Teslas do the thing? I think I heard somewhere that you can like just like change the horn like an in-app purchase to
yeah,
like
you
change it to
can.
whatever the fuck you want.
You can pretty much download any like audio file onto a USB flash drive and then transfer that over to the Tesla,
That's
and
kind
you
of wild.
can make your horn like anything you want.
So at what point do you think that's gonna become like they're gonna be fucking not vandalism, but public indecency
Oh, like
charges or something because
or like
people are
news
just
noise pollution.
yeah, because people are just blasting their horn. That's just an anime girl screaming "Oni-chan," and so then people are gonna start getting sued for their horns.
Oh my god. We're gonna get to the point to where you can be sued over anything.
Yeah, I mean we kind of are already. Like you could really sue anyone for any reason. Now, would you win
Yeah.
is a different case, but
I mean, you
that's
just got to make sure that you have a better case than they do.
true. Well, did you see that Amber Heard tried to file for like a mistrial or something like that?
See, this is where I struggle because I don't understand court well enough.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Like, I don't.
basically, she was just um, like filing for a mistrial basically just means that the trial itself didn't count. They're like, no, the decision they made was wrong and it doesn't apply, so I don't have to pay the fines. But her argument was that like one of the jurors wasn't the juror that they like actually had tried to get. I don't know. Yeah, well, it's because it's like the juror that was there had the same name as the juror they sent the letter to, but and lived in the same address and like lived there, but the actual person they were like sending the mail to was like 30 years older and I think like her mother or some garbage. I don't know. But then they like the judge was just like, that doesn't really fucking matter though. She like came in, she wasn't biased or anything like all the other jurors. She was just a random person off the street, which is kind of the point. And so
Well, I think she was wanting some old conservative white lady
yeah, probably.
to be like, yeah, girl
Ooh,
power.
girl power. Fuck Johnny Depp.
Uh huh.
I don't know. I didn't listen to enough of the fucking trial to actually know what happened. So
Dude, human beings are fucking wild.
yeah, we are.
Like, right now, you have, like, the fucking feminist movement and, being like, yeah, let's be equal. We want equal rights for women. And I'm like, I mean, you kind of already have that, though.
Yeah,
Right? Like, I'm not going to say we're equal because we'll never be equal, right? But, like, you have equal rights. Like, you have the right to bear arms. You have the right to free speech. You have the right to, like, you're right. And then, but then it's always like that fucking, cherry picking.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think it gets misconstrued a lot about what they want.
Well,
Like because
same
they're
thing with like racism, though. I mean, people can be racist towards white people all day, and nobody gives a fuck.
yeah, and that's kind of the problem is that, and I think it's just based off of like our culture in general is you can't ever really be in the middle to ever see any kind of results. You have to lean hard one direction. Like you have to go to the extremes to see anything, like any effect whatsoever. And so people
It's just,
can't be like, yeah, I just really want everyone to be, treated fairly, which is the goal. But people are like, oh no, we're just fine. Everyone loves each other. We're all good. But then they have to like to actually make any kind of movement, they have to pick a hard side so people see it and then get outraged and like acknowledge them.
yeah, it's just so weird to me how this kind of stuff happens,
Yeah,
right? Like you have people who are I mean, it's just universally accepted to be it's okay to be racist towards white people. But I mean, it's also kind of hard or lame. I don't know, what am I trying to say? I'm too tired, dude. I can't even think straight. Uh,
that's when the
like,
most honest opinions come out, though.
I don't know, it's kind of funny to be racist towards white people in a way, I guess.
Yeah,
Right? Like to me, I think I think it's funny a lot of times. Like a lot of it's dumb shit. Like, it's also kind of hard to be racist towards white people because I mean, like our stereotypes and like, racist jokes about like, oh yeah, we like mac and cheese. I'm like, yeah, mac and cheese
yeah,
is
dude,
fucking
it's
lit.
fucking awesome. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like
Like, Yeah, I get you, and it's
Or
also
super like square and have no
yeah,
rhythm. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. Like I'm
yeah.
I'm still not seeing any like problems here. Like,
They're like, yeah, you're just spitting mad facts at me. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, because I was watching a video and someone was making fun of like millennials, and at one point they were like, yeah, I'm basically speaking of like white millennials, and they were talking about like women millennials, and they're like, they have two outfits. It's either the fucking Hollister Autumn Girl outfit, with the white vest and the
oh, I
Uggs and the
already know,
fucking
dude. It's the yeah,
yeah,
and the leggings. Yeah,
yeah, or it's like what was the other one he fucking said? Shit, I don't remember, but he was like, I was like, yeah, no, that's right, yeah.
See, I always imagine like white white girl millennials as it's either the long T-shirt, the oversized T-shirt with leggings and Uggs,
Yeah,
maybe a hoodie, all right, whatever. But it's always that. It's always the oversized T-shirt, leggings, and Uggs, and
yeah,
then they have their hair in a bun for like wintertime.
yeah,
And then during the summer, it's usually like some kind of fucking like white T-shirt, skinny jeans, and white Vans.
yep,
I'm saying, or like the little like boots,
yeah,
the little like not like the tall like normal boots, but like the stubby ass fucking.
yeah, like almost like hiking boots, but
They're like heeled boots. I don't know. It's like dress shoes, I guess. I'm not a fashionista. I don't
same.
fucking know.
Well, that was the other one he was talking about. Yeah, like, and all the white dudes just wear jeans and t-shirts, and I'm like, yep, that's,
Yep.
that's kind of it.
Yep.
Yeah, basically everything you're saying here is not wrong. But I feel like that's kind of the difference, though, is that they're making all this shit, and we're like, yeah, no, that's true. But then you have people that are like, yeah, black people are stupid, and I'm like, all right, well, that's different. So,
Yeah, it is different, of course, whenever it's a joke. I mean, but it's not though. I mean, you can, cause like, if I made some kind of joke, about a stereotype for another race, like that wasn't white people, then obviously it's a problem
yeah,
because you know it's not
I
cool.
see. Everyone should just stick to making fun of their own race. Is basically what we should do.
Yeah, see, like I can get down with that, right?
It's all
Like
right to
that
make
for
fun of
me, like
yourself. Just don't make fun of
yeah,
other
like
people.
I'm a white guy. Like white guys are,
Yeah.
we
Well,
listen to
man, like,
hard rock for hard dudes.
woo. One of the guys I work with, me and him look very similar. We're both real tall, fat, long hair, reddish beards, right? Very similar. And so many times, people will mistake me for him, and they're always like, "Oh man, I'm sorry." And my response is like, we're both white guys. We're hard to tell apart." Because we kind of are. So, like, we both got that generic big white guy look. So,
Yeah. You like do you watch Yami Noob on YouTube at all?
no.
Well, he has he's a YouTuber like who does motorcycle videos and shit. And he has a co-host kind of
Yeah.
guy that yeah, he reminds me of you. He's a big
Oh, yeah.
white guy.
Hey, big white guys are the best kind of white guys, all right?
Yeah. So far, big white guys, man, they can throw down when it comes to drinking. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Every
they
big
can.
white guy I've ever drank with has always fucking put me under the table.
I mean, hell, when you're, 6'4" and 300 pounds, it's not that hard to put away alcohol.
It's a fucking unfair advantage, dude, and I
Yeah,
hate it.
I think it's hilarious. That's like whenever I'm with my sisters and we're drinking, they get like a couple drinks in and they're like wasted, and I'm I'm like 12 in at this point. I'm fine, and they're like, "What the fuck, Jeremy?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry.
I can't help it.
I'm just fat and drink a lot."
It's a blessing and a curse, really.
Honestly, I spent so much money on alcohol to get the
Dude, right?
same kind of drunkenness.
That's why I've kind of been I've actually been being more sober.
Oh, yep.
Is that the right way to say that?
Yeah.
Being sober more
Drinking
often?
less.
Yeah. I never really had too much a problem with drinking, but like hitting like my Delta 8 pen and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right, like I kind of take a chill on it.
Yeah.
Drinking though, I've never really drank that much that consistently.
See, I it's gotten less recently, but only because I can't afford it. But but I
Yeah, I
would
mean,
usually drink like once or twice a week. Not ever. I never get like sloshed, but just because
see,
that's
that's
no
kind of me
fun.
though. Like, here and there, like, at least like once or twice a week
Yeah.
ish. Like, I don't think that's a big deal.
Right. Like I think it's a good way to unwind. And yes, it's
Yeah,
unhealthy, but so is everything else we do. So
I mean, yeah,
it
you're
could
not
it could
wrong.
definitely be. It's not the worst thing I've ever done.
What is the worst thing you've ever done?
Worst thing I've ever done? Is it like substances, or is it just as a human being?
Uh, fucking overall.
Oh God.
Oh, actually, what's like, I don't know. What's something that's like kind of, shit. I don't want to ask and get an answer for
Oh.
something that would like possibly have repercussions in real life.
I mean, I haven't done anything that bad. I
Yeah,
mean,
me either.
the worst thing I've done has just been like dicks to people, or like,
Yeah, that's always like the one thing that makes me feel bad every time I do it.
yeah,
It's like whenever I'm an asshole to somebody just because fuck them because they're being a dick. I don't know. I always kind of regret it in the end. I'm like, man,
like I could have handled that better.
yeah.
Well,
It's
I've
always such
definitely
like a
like mellowed out a lot because when I was a kid, I was a fucking asshole. Like in high school and middle school, I was a fucking dick, and I regret it. But like,
see, I've actually become more of a dick as I've gotten older.
oh really?
Yes.
I've
Because
become more patient. So
nah, dude, all the kids used to be so fucking mean, and I was such a nice kid. I was kind of weird though. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I was a little awkward,
mean, that's
but
everyone.
yeah, as I got older, I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because I like kind of got the same way, but now instead of being confrontational about it, I'm like, all right, yeah, your opinion doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best way to look at it, in my opinion. I mean, I always go back to this thing. I don't remember where I heard it from, but it says if you wouldn't take advice, if you wouldn't take advice from them, why would you take criticism?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
So that's a lot of like I think about that a lot whenever I'm at work. Like I have someone fucking say some shit about something I did, and I'm like, this really
Yeah,
is
fuck
speaking to
you.
me on the inside. Yeah, like I don't give a shit about what you think.
Yeah. Well, it's also like I was talking with one of my guys one of our my coworkers one time, and he was saying something about uh he was just joking about my hair because I have like long hair and I put it up in a ponytail at work. He's like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
you're like freaking girl hair, and I was like, I don't care what you think. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, the only opinion of yours I really care about is your opinion on my work ethic, which I know is a good one. So everything else can just don't give a shit about.
Yeah, dude. That's actually something that makes me kind of anxious at work is like people's perception of my work ethic.
Yeah. But I mean, see, I feel
I
like
feel you.
that's more appropriate because they're your coworkers, so it's kind of important that you have a good work ethic, and they think you have a good work ethic.
I just have this weird complex that I can't have anybody work harder than me.
Yeah, I can see that. I kind of do that
I-
sometimes. I've tried to get better at it though.
It does have a cap though. Like I have a cat. Like it'll get to a point to where they're putting in so much effort that I'm just like, okay, you fucking win. Go for it, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
like I
are
ain't gonna
not
put in that
paying me
much,
enough for this.
right? Yeah, that's like I always like when I'm working, I feel super guilty if I am not working. Like if I'm at work and all the guys will stop to take a break and I just keep going because I can't like just standing there not doing anything. It makes me anxious, and so
Are
like
you talking
if
about like for breaks or just like in general?
I mean kind of it for breaks, but even like sometimes we'll all be working on something and it'll be at a point that there's kind of a lull, and so everyone's just kind of taking a quick break, talking a little bit, having some jokes, taking a little breather. But I'm
Yeah,
over
those are my
there
favorite
like,
times.
yeah, but I'm over there like, all right, I'm gonna go get a broom so I can sweep up, and then I'm gonna pick up this stuff. I'm gonna do anything I can because I can't stop moving.
No, yeah, I definitely milk it a little bit more than that.
Yeah,
Like
I probably should.
if it's slow, dude, I'll fucking chill. I'll take a day. I'm like whatever.
Yeah, I think that's
Do
just
some like
one
fucking.
of my
I
flaws.
will do like in those moments. I usually do piddly shit like that is easy to do real quick. Just because we have to do updates. We have to send emails with what we've accomplished for each half of the shift.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, just so it can show we were working.
yeah,
But I mean,
that's
it's
kind of dumb,
fucking people abuse the shit out of it. They'll fucking just work on like the easiest shit
right?
throughout the day,
Oh well,
like stuff
that's
that they don't
like,
even have to like move for.
yeah, well that's because when I worked at IT, the pretty much the only metric they actually gave a shit about, no matter how many times they pulled us into meetings, we're like, oh, customer satisfaction, blah 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 blah, was how many issues you resolved per hour. So people knew that, and you would look through all of the open issues, find the easiest ones. Like there were a bunch that you just had to send them an email being like, hey, this is your third reminder that we haven't heard back from you in 3 days. We're closing your issue, and then close the issue out, and it counts towards you closing it, not anyone else. And so people would just skim through
Easy.
all of our open issues to do that shit, and it would show they had like 30 issues worked an hour. And they're like, all the managers would be like, man, you did such a good job. And then there's the rest of us doing 2 hour long calls resolving one issue, and they're like, hey, you need to pick it up, all right? Like,
Dude, that shit fucking wears me out. Our job's kind of so because they've started. Well, this whole fucking weird staffing issue that every company is having in the fucking U.S. right now for some
yeah,
reason, and
same,
just seems
same
like
enough.
kind of just in North America,
Yeah, kind of, because I think Canada's also kind of going through the same shit.
right? Canada's started to become like a little mini America. It's weird.
Yeah, a little bit, slightly
Like
better in some regards.
we're becoming too alike.
Yeah, no, run away, Canada. Get away while you can.
Well, really, it's like all the English-speaking countries, like because if you think about it, like UK has fucking Boris, who's basically Trump of the UK,
Yeah,
and
honestly.
then you have Canada, who has Justin Trudeau, who's like the opposite of Trump, but still like
Yeah, still kind of
a
shitty.
little more like a little more fascist, I
Yeah,
guess. I get okay, yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Anybody who has that much power, I feel like, is just kind of a shit human being.
Yeah, which sucks, but you know how it is. Man,
More
well,
money, more problems, dude.
uh, kind of speaking about U.S. politics, did you see that video of that dude uh, like harassing what's her face, that one senator, that one Democratic senator? I don't remember her name. It's like
Uh,
Alexander or some shit.
yeah, AOC.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And he was just like on the steps of the Capitol, being like, "Damn, shake that fat Latina ass for me, baby!" Like, and like it's kind of funny, but also don't be doing that shit. That's fucking harassment,
That is
and that's
harassment. It totally
harassment. It
is.
is. It's
Yeah.
harassment. And so then people were like, or she, made a whole speech about like, yeah, there was a Capitol police officer standing, like you can see him in the video, didn't do anything about it. Just this dude just harassing her, didn't do anything about it. And then people were like, "Oh, you're just, you're just being a baby. You can't take some compliments." And I'm like, "All right, people, just calm down."
Well, I'm really curious. I mean, what would the Capitol Police been able to do? The dude wasn't breaking the law.
Harassment is breaking the law.
Yeah, but that's more like a civil like suit kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but isn't that
Right,
kind of
like
the
you
police's
can
job?
sue someone. Well, no, I think you can sue someone for her. Wait, is like harassment an actual thing?
Thing.
Like, is that an actual charge you can get? Harassment, like
Pretty sure it
harassing
is.
others?
Yeah, pretty sure. I mean, at the very least, I would say that it would have been the police officer's job to just go like, "Hey man, stop." Like you're disrupting, you're being a nuisance, you're disrupting people's lives. Don't be an asshole. Like stop.
But like, I, I don't know. I feel like if I was that, like, if I was in her shoes, I wouldn't give a shit. Cause who the
Yeah,
fuck is that guy? And what the fuck? Okay, it's some dumbass
yeah. Well,
yelling
even like
random ass shit at me. I don't. I'm just gonna keep going. Whatever.
apparently the dude is like a well-known internet troll, you know, and he just like goes around and tries to get people upset for the internet views. And so it's like he's really just trying to antagonize her. But at one point he said, because he like got interviewed or like sent an email or some garbage, he was like, "Yeah, I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just trying to offend her and get her riled up." And I'm like, what? That's kind of like the definition of harassment.
Yeah. It's people are fucking weird, dude. They're a trip.
Yeah, I
The
don't know.
efforts they'll go to for fucking clout.
Dude, for reals, for clout that means nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I say it means nothing, but honestly, that guy probably made money off that shit. If he posted the video on YouTube, or, whatever, he probably made some AdSense off of it.
Probably. But like that just seems like a lot just to make some fucking ad revenue.
I guess, man, I don't know. You can get some good, decent money off of YouTube.
I don't know. I guess I'm just not that money like driven.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. It's definitely yeah. It doesn't make sense to me that people would go to such extents. Like they're okay with just pissing people off and just being a straight asshole, just to
Yeah.
just for some money. But also like, man, I could use some money. Like
Time to go. Time to start harassing
yeah, who
senators.
do I gotta go insult to get me some money? Elon Musk, boom, it's coming full circle. We were just talking about harassing Elon Musk so we could become famous. Boom,
Too easy, dude. We
too
just gotta find him.
easy. Where does Elon Musk live?
I have no idea. I assume California.
Oh yeah. Well, isn't Tesla based in Texas?
Probably that's just for tax reasons, though.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Either way, it's crazy to me that people are so just divisive, I guess, on U.S. politics. Like, we just should just be one law. The law is don't be a dick.
Shit.
It's like the fucking that one Bo Burnham song where he's like singing about God or something. He's like, why did we have to invent a religion just to figure out not to be a dick to each other?
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I've been saying. Like, that's one thing that kind of fucks me up about the Bible and religion in general. Is it's like, here's some guidelines on how to not be a shitty human being,
Yeah,
and I'm like, right, but you should kind of just inherently know how to not be a shitty human being,
yeah. Like, why do you need someone to spell it out for you to not harass someone? Like, you should just know, don't harass people.
right? Like that's like writing a book. That's like writing a book about how to about how being a pedophile is bad and that people and handing it out to people saying you need to read this so you don't become a pedophile.
Yeah,
It's like
I
you
mean, but it happens.
well, I know that right pedophiles still exist, which is I don't know. That's
Well,
I
but I
love
think
it when
there
people
was
are like
like, I think there was it like a newspaper article or a PSA or something, and it was like rules and guidelines on. It's basically like if you're a pedophile, here's how you can avoid being a pedophile. Like, don't go to swimming pools. Don't to go to school playgrounds. Avoid toy stores. Like
is being
shit.
a pedophile like a fucking having an addiction?
Some people say so, yeah. Like some people make the argument that it's kind of like a mental illness, which I mean, I could see it being caused by some mental illness in some cases, but I don't
I
know.
mean, they're
I think
definitely
it
mentally
varies.
ill.
I mean, yeah, but I think it just varies on the person because like some people, yeah, it could be caused by like some childhood trauma. Some people could just like the fact that they have all the power in a relationship because the other person's literally five. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about the mind of a pedophile, but
I don't know, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it. Damn it.
all right, let's go. Well, I mean, have you ever seen like the people that there's some people, and I don't know if this is one of those things where it's actually true or if it's one of those things the internet made up to be mad about, Um, but
Yeah, they do that quite a
they do
bit.
that, yeah. But like people claiming that pedophiles should be included in like the LGBT QIA plus whatever acronym
Yeah,
thing.
and they want to change it from pedophile to map or
Yeah,
something.
something like that. And so they're like, yeah, it's just like it's just like them being gay. It's just who they are, and you shouldn't hold it against them. And I'm like, no, I don't know if I agree with that one.
Right? Like, are we talking about the same thing here? I'm
Yeah,
confused.
because I'm talking about somebody, abusing kids, and so you're talking about
You're
someone
trying to make
putting a
them part
wiener
of
in the
your
butt.
gang.
Like, I think there's a big difference there. Dude, talking about wieners in the butt. Have you watched The Boys?
Oh no, but I've seen the fucking TikTok like
Dude.
gif.
Well, the episode I just watched. It was like episode 4 or 5 or something. One of the main characters, like is pretending to be a prostitute, and the dude that she's supposed to be having sex with, opens up a door or a little closet just full of dildos. And so she starts like murdering people with the dildos, like shoving them through their throats and stuff.
Oh my
Fucking
god,
cool.
that does sound kind of sick.
Dude, that show is fucking great.
Yeah, I really like that show. It
It's
was
really
definitely
good.
different.
Dude, well, they even did that show, kind of like a sidebar, but people are always like, "Oh, don't make your shows political," and I'm like, Psh, shows are always political. But they did. Um, you remember that? What was it? Kylie Jenner, that Pepsi commercial she did for was it the
Uh,
Super Bowl,
I think so.
where she like, uh, everyone made fun of it's like, oh, she solved racism with a Pepsi because they're like, there's like a riot going on and there's like riot police and they're about to kill everyone and she like walks up and hands them a Pepsi and they all start partying.
Hold on, I'm checking this out right now.
You never
I don't
seen
think
it?
I've ever seen this.
Dude,
No.
how did you miss that? Because it was like a big thing. Because I mean, it's literally like they're like, yeah, Pepsi's solving racism. like,
Oh yeah, never mind.
yeah,
I have seen this.
dude, yeah.
Oh my
Well,
god, yeah,
the
it's so
the
fucking
boys
dumb.
did like that exact commercial with one of their characters. Well, I mean, it's pretty much scene for scene. Like he is shooting a photo shoot, and he sees some protesters, and he's like, "What are they doing?" And they're all carrying like peace and love. And he's like, "No, I got to go do this. This is important." And then he goes over, and there's some police, and they're all about to beat up people, and he stops them and hands them a fucking one of his energy drinks. It
Oh my
was like
god.
peace and love. Try A Train's Turbo Energy today. And I'm just like, oh man, that's fun. That's so funny. It's so funny that like without context, you could see that and be like, oh yeah, that's something a comedy based superhero movie would do. Like just come up with and think of as a stupid joke, but it's also
Yeah,
something that actually happened in real life and people thought was okay. Oh man, people suck.
definitely. Pepsi's marketing team kind of fucking dropped the ball on that one, I'd
Dude,
say.
like how do you like I mean I guess it's a good message, right? Like, don't be racist. Be nice to people. Maybe if people are having a peaceful protest, don't tear gas them. But
Yeah, yeah,
it's not Pepsi that's going to solve this issue.
hey man, you never know. Maybe that fucking riot officer is just fucking thirsty. Maybe he's parched.
Yep, that he's so angry because he's dehydrated. We got to the bottom of it.
Fucking give him a Pepsi for hydration.
They
Ah,
just say, yeah,
yes.
nothing like sugar and caffeine to really get you going.
Yeah, dude, the quenchiest.
Yeah, just saying, I get in a bad mood when I'm dehydrated. So I
Same.
guess I guess Kylie Jenner had it right. Well, do you have anything else you want to talk about, sir?
Uh, Not really. I'm just struggling to stay afloat. I'm fucking like I said, I'm like been awake for 30 hours straight. So fucking
Yeah.
this is
Well, we're right at an hour, and like we were talking about earlier, I think we're gonna try doing some shorter episodes just for ease and so we don't run out of stuff to talk about. So I guess we're gonna call this one here. I hope everybody has a great week and had a great week last week. If you have any suggestions, our Twitter is open. I don't fucking remember what's our Twitter handle. Is it
at complete
Pointless Pods,
at
right?
pointless
Or
pods. Yeah.
yeah, something like
Fuck.
at Pointless Pods. I'll put it in like the description or something like that. Like always, you can catch us on pretty much anywhere you listen to your podcast: YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, RSS.com, anything you can think of. So with that, we will see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye bye.